Yeah. Boing. Bong. Boing. Wow. Ba-da-ding. I think that's the end. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? Never mind the noise you hear in the background today. That's my lovely spouse clanging on pots and pans or something. Are you causing a ruckus over there? To those of you that don't know, today is Memorial Day. So, in memoriam, we're supposed to have the day off. We have the day off, though, because our daughter is feeling gross. She's sick. She's got a cough. She's got a cold, folks. She's not feeling good. And so we're here today taking care of the baby. And I figured, hey, it's Monday. We normally do a show on Monday. We could probably make that happen. We could probably talk about some of the stuff with the new house here. My mouse is going weird. I don't know why. Did I get some dust in it? There we go. Okay. Mouse is back to normal. There we go. Mouse is moving around the way it's supposed to. I figured we could talk about some of the stuff, some of the ideas that we have for the fish room, things that are going to be changing around here over the next, probably year, realistically. That's kind of the thing that we're looking at right now is like what's over the next year. And it's luckily like, it's not the middle of the year, right? It's the end of next month is the middle of the year, right? July 1st?
June 1st.
That's the beginning of the 6th month, right? So it's the end of the 6th month is the middle, right? July 1st?
I don't know. Yes.
I think for the 1st of the 1st of July is the middle of the year ish. Might not be exact, but it's a good way to work on it, right? That's the middle, I think? Should probably look that up. But I only have one monitor, guys. We don't have the other monitor yet set up. The office situation here is it's what do you call it? In production, in flux. It's in flux right now. So, needless to say, one of the first things that we'll be doing here is building a small fish room / office. That will ultimately just become that space for a good amount of time once some outside projects for a fish room are done, right? I think that's right. I think that's what we're doing. Vicky and I we've been brainstorming. We've been coming up with ideas. We've been shopping around to try and figure out exactly what we can or can't do. It's like, what's feasible? What can we actually do or not do? So we're working that out. We're figuring out what we want to do and coming to some kind of consensus over the next bit of time. One of the things that I've been considering doing is, this is just kind of a thought. Let's see what you guys think about it. We were thinking about doing a building with a second story on it and then do the office upstairs in the second story. But my hesitancy on that is the cost. Like, building up costs a lot, and we're going to need a lot of permitting to do a building like that with an upstairs, even if it is a air quote like not really an upstairs, like it's only a 1.5 story, right? Even if it's that, we still have to go through quite a bit of permitting to do that. Whereas, yeah, you can see Vicky. There she goes. She's working diligently. Look at her. She's slaving. She's out of focus, though, because we got good bokeh. Look at that. We got that bokeh. So she's all fuzzy. Blurry. She's a blurry lady in the back. Yeah, so my thoughts there were like, well, we have a lot of permitting, a lot of stuff to wait on, a bunch of surveys and crazy things that we're going to have to deal with. But then I looked into it, and I realized if we build one-story storage-type spaces, we don't really need permitting for that necessarily. The permitting process is like super fast because they're like, oh, don't worry about that. That's just like a basic garage type thing, so they'll just clear it really quickly. So I could get the permit, get it built pretty rapidly as long as I get done with the groundwork. Because right now there's some trees. There's like some trees in the way and stuff like that, which have to come down, so I got to find a guy. I have a couple of calls out to some timber, what do you call it? Standing timber purchasers. What do you call them? Brokers? Brokers, maybe? Babe? Is that?
Those mean a different thing in my world, so sure.
Purchasers. We'll just call them a purchaser of standing timber. Because we got 6, I think it's 6 trees. Is it 6 or 5?
I haven't counted them.
You haven't counted them?
No.
Oh, I thought you had counted them. We got 5 or 6 trees that are really good size. They're really straight. I'm sure that they'll be wanting to turn those into lumber. And so I want to make sure I get those purchased before I pay for just logging. You know what I mean? And just go like, hey, cut the trees down and cut it into firewood because we don't need firewood. Firewood's aplenty around here. And I think last time we drove by the place that sells firewood, I think it was like $240 for a cord, which is a big truckload, and you're like, I'm probably going to spend more energy making that wood than it is to just make $240, you know? So that's kind of where we're at right now. And then the concrete time, guys, which will be always fun. It's always fun, you know, digging up the ground, getting it prepped, putting in the rebar, beating down some gravel, doing all that stuff, leveling it, making sure it's legit, and doing all the concrete work. That'll be probably pretty fun. I don't think we're gonna be bringing in a crew for that because the cost just really starts to compound in that neck of the woods when you get a lot of laborers coming out to do concrete work and stuff like that. It just has a tendency to go spiraling out of control, and suddenly you've got a $30,000 concrete project on your hands, you know, which we can't afford. So I don't think we're going to be going big baller on that one. So, and then the new house that we bought here is not new. It's not a brand new house. This is a used house, lightly used, lightly expanded. It's got an addition, blah, blah, blah. It's not a new house, and we knew going into it, making the offer, that we were going to have to get a new roof. So we're going through roofing bids right now, which we actually have a budget for just a company to do that, because I don't think there's any way Vicky and I could re-roof the house while working, while having a kid, and it even get done in any amount of time before it rains again, because apparently Seattle is now just the rainy season always. It's rainy season forever. So apparently even when it's summertime, we're still going to have the rain coming down. Do I have to yell hello? Second story with a balcony, so I can swing open the door and yell hello from up in the balcony. Well, one of the places we were looking at that that could do that second story building with a balcony on it and that kind of stuff. What was it? $86,000 plus tax was their bid on that building. I don't know about you guys, but that's a lot of money. In my neck of the woods, that's way more money than I think we could put towards a fish room. You know what I mean? Whereas we were looking at what size was that shed? 18 by 20, I think. I think it was like 18 by 20. What's that? I think it was 18 by 20. Pre-built shed situation from Costco, believe it or not, Kirkland brand building, and they actually built it on site for like $5,000. So I was like, maybe we could just do 2 of those, you know, because that's an amount of money that you could wrap your mind around. You're like, I could make a payment on that. That would be reasonable if we did all the concrete and stuff ahead of time. So yeah. Fish Tank Barn says there isn't enough money to get me on a roof again. I don't mind going on a roofs and doing roof stuff. That stuff doesn't bother me. It's just the longevity of trying to do a whole roofing job by yourself. It's not even feasible at all. G Bear's wondering how much time did I cut off my commute. I actually told this story on the return stream on Friday, but the very first day that we were living here, I got up at my normal time. I got ready, took my shower, blah, 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 got ready, did all the regular morning stuff, went and bought gas like I normally do, and then went up to work, and I'd stopped by the electrical parts house wholesaler place, right? And I was there an hour and 45 minutes before they opened. So I was there before they even opened, and so I was kind of sitting in the parking lot and just went, well, I guess I'm gonna go work for an hour and a half and then come back later. So it's cut quite a bit of time off my commute. If need be, I can pick up Olivia from school now, which I have a couple of times. Gotten to pick her up from daycare after work, and it's not even that ridiculous. It's not like, oh, I'm not gonna make it. It's like, oh, I'll leave at regular time and still make it there to pick her up from daycare and stuff. So it's realistically it's way different. The commute time is gone down quite a bit. I forget there was I have a driving app that gives me keeps track of my driving, and I forget what month. I don't remember which month it was. I think it was May. Was it no April? An April month, I had driven for 60 hours in the month of April. On a three days commuting, so gives you an idea of it was like a part-time job. We got a $10 super chat from the Fish Tank Barn, Memorial Day barbecue fund. I think we're gonna have chicken tonight. I think we're keeping it simple and have some chicken and Thai peanut chicken. I think that's what we're having. Which, I mean, I don't know if that's considered a holiday meal to some people, but it's delicious food, and that's fine by us. So, yeah. Largemouth Bass, member for 40 months, says the joys of moving, putting everything back together. You and Vicky got this. Excited to see what you end up with. I'm the helper when it comes down to it. Like, I'm trying to help Vicky as much as I can. I helped put those shelves and mount them to the wall and cut the trim off the wall and do all that stuff today, and now she's doing all the lion's share of the work. It really comes down to Vicky. It doesn't really boil down to what I'm doing. I just am trying to provide support where I can, that I don't know. So I have confidence that Vicky will basically just OCD out and like have to get it. She doesn't have actual OCD. It just drives her nuts. She's like, what is this? Disorganization.
Visual noise.
Visual noise, as she calls it. Visual noise is driving her. She just gets irritated by it. And then when she gets irritated,
I sigh a lot.
she sighs a lot. And then she's got to, and then she's like, I got to go over here and do this thing. Yeah.
And then I wander off in the middle of conversations to go.
Wanders off in the middle of conversations constantly. Yeah. Which is weird. She didn't do that when we met, so I think it's like, what do you call it? It's probably my fault, I think, realistically. It's probably like dealing with me all the time as
I mean, I would say we organized.
it's a symptom. It's a symptom. Right?
We organized it.
Do we organize differently? Okay. Well, yeah. We got a $5 super chat from Will M. Says, this is fantastic. I started a 5-hour drive to head toward Chelsea, Massachusetts. Couldn't think of a better way to spend part of the drive. Well, that's the question. I titled this a subathon, so we need to get some people. We need to get some people subbing up. You know, like we need to get some people subbing up, or the stream's over. Right? Is that how that works? What?
Or Bananarama.
Or as Vicky says, Bananarama. Yeah. Although, I just put it in the title just because, right? But yeah, like I said, we're home with our little daughter who's got a cough and a little bit of a fever and stuff like that. She doesn't seem to have COVID. We've tested her a bunch of times, so I think she just caught somebody's cold or something from daycare, which is generally how that goes. Daycare cooties. Yeah, you catch the daycare cooties and then you get a cough and stuff. So, but realistically, my thought with the fish room stuff is if I can get 2 20 by 20 sheds, and I'm just calling them sheds, it's basically just the exterior of the building with the roof and doors and everything built on there. I think that's going to be realistically kind of the best, because then I can do all the electrical, plumbing, sheetrock, interiors, finishes, lights, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff, and not, I guess, and not be 100% beholden to like trying to get a company to do it the way that I want it done, and then getting upcharged at every single instance of like, well, I need a 3-way switch here to run these lights, and then I need 48 different timers built into this, and then I need 16 different water lines that go all over the place, and then these drains got to go here, and I know you guys never do them that way, but this is the way that they need to be done, blah, blah, blah. So all that stuff I can handle, and I'm thinking that's sort of the best path that we could go down. That's what I'm thinking right now, and if somebody has like a better idea, I would love to hear it. But that seems to be kind of the best, unless we go the other route where we go with like a metal building. But I don't know. I think we'll have to price that out. But Vicky doesn't like the idea of a metal building in the back. She doesn't like the aesthetic of it either. So, right, that's kind of your biggest drawback on that? You don't like the aesthetic.
No.
Yeah, she doesn't like the look of just a metal, weird metal building in the back of the property. So I'm thinking the 2 20 by 20s is probably going to be the most feasible thing, because, yeah, I mean, that's plenty of space too. I mean, you think about it, it's like 400 square feet. I think it's 400 square feet, right? 20 times 20 is 400, right? Am I wrong? Can you do math in your head?
No.
Come on, bruh.
No.
Did somebody text me? Who's texting me? Oh, my order has shipped.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I had to order a replacement nail gun, which is the stupidest thing ever. But whatever, it is what it is. Got to be able to shoot nails into stuff, right? Yeah. Yep. Calculator. 20 times 20 is 400, correct? Yeah, 400. Yeah. 400 with, 400 square feet with the open space, I think is going to be plenty for I think it's gonna be plenty for a fish room. You know, I think the one issue is that we have to check kind of the height of the ceilings. Like, I don't want something with really low ceilings. I didn't like that. I found a lot of problems with that. So hopefully we can find something that has a reasonable ceiling height. And that was the one thing that I really liked about the 2-story place that we looked at. They actually had the 9-foot 6-inch interior height for the ceilings. So I like that a lot. I don't like when I can just reach up and touch the ceiling. I hate that. So hopefully we can get that figured out. As says, keep the electric on the ceiling. What's that?
Well, that's always the idea.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Like all the outlets and everything? I don't see a big advantage for that, personally. G-Bear says, so there's still one more move in your future somewhere in Idaho. The thing is, like, I'm not going to rule out any possibilities of doing anything in the future. Somebody's ringing the doorbell. You hear the dog barking? We got the dog barking. I think Grandma and Grandpa are here. I think that's what that is. What is it? I don't know what's going on. Somebody's at the door. Very interesting. I'm not going to say that there's any... I'm not going to say no to anything in the future. Like, I do like Wyoming and Idaho. Most of the places that we looked at moving out there have gone completely insane in the prices and stuff. We definitely do want to own more land. The spot we have here is definitely bigger than our previous property, but it's not huge. There's nothing huge about it. It's not. I wouldn't say like it's a gigantic property here where we're at, but it definitely is a bigger space as far as the property goes. I think technically this house is a little less in square footage, but we do have like a 3-car garage versus the tiny old 2-car garage that I was in before. So there's a lot of good stuff. This place came with like an old hot tub. So we were joking about doing hot tub streams on Twitch, which I would never do that, but it's still funny to talk about. I guess it's funnier to like threaten. It's funny to like threaten doing hot tub streams to people by like pointing at the camera and be like, "Hey, if we don't get it together, we're gonna start doing some hot tub streams, guys." I'm really liking the property here. I really like living up here. The shorter commute is awesome. So far, we're really, really enjoying it. So it's worked out pretty well. Our neighbors here are fantastic. That's been pretty good. Very, very friendly. Very like kind of cool neighborhood where people like. I don't know where you live if this happens, but like people brought us gifts for moving into the neighborhood, which is interesting. So, it's kind of one of those situations that we're in right now. But as far as like moving somewhere like Idaho or Wyoming or whatever, like it's something I definitely want to do. It's a thing that that we're still interested in. It's like I don't know if that's ever going to become financially viable to do, though. Realistically, that's the biggest issue. It's like where are you going to do? Where are you going to work? If you buy a property and you don't have capital to pay it off, like you're going to have to work because you're going to have to make mortgage payments and that kind of stuff. So, all that stuff definitely will add up to, an issue. What was that? Oh, an exterminator, apparently. An exterminator, very, very important to just go around and knock on people's doors on Memorial Day. Was he saying there's bugs?
In the hood.
Was he saying there's bugs?
He was wondering if we had any.
He was like, "Hey, you got any bugs?"
He wants to put stuff in the lawn and all that. No.
Yeah. You want to put sprays in the lawn?
Granules in the lawn.
Granules for what?
For ants and spiders and stuff.
Hmm.
Nope.
Ants and spiders.
Wouldn't even be my biggest concern.
Not even the biggest concern, no. So, Fish Tank Barn says, "Could you do something crazy with cargo containers?" I don't think so. In the past, we thought about doing some stuff with some cargo shipping containers, mainly because of the cost. You used to be able to get a cargo shipping container for what, like $1,500? Yeah, $1,500 to $2,000, something like that. And I think recently priced out cargo containers were like $8,000 to $12,000 a piece or something crazy like that. So you really start to get into like, why am I doing this with a shipping container questions, right? In the past, you go, hey, a shipping container, let's say it was $2,000. You probably aren't going to be able to build that much enclosed dry space for that amount of money, right? You go like, boom, there's a value. It might not be exactly what I want, but that's a real value, and it has immediacy of getting placed where you want it to be put, and then you can go from there. But you have to make a whole lot of modifications to it to essentially make it into a functional space where you can do something, which starts to increase the cost. It increases the actual setup. They're limited to being, I forget what's the interior like. I think the interior is like 7 feet 6 inches or something like that. So like they aren't going to be wider. And I have been involved in cutting some of them to combine them, but you do have to like cut out all that interior wall, get rid of that material, then bolster it and combine it, weatherproof it, all that kind of stuff that you have to do. So you start to look at like, well, we're kind of building a building, but we're not saving any money on material at this point because of the cost of the shipping containers. Like, I wonder if I could actually just look one up right now. Let's see. Let's see. Shipping container. Oh, this is rental. I think this is rental. Maybe these are for sale. Oh, I have to get a quote. These guys don't have anything for sale because you have to get a quote, which they're literally just looking for your information. Here's a 40-foot shipping container. What's the cost? Oh my God, rent or buy. And then you have to give them your information. Nothing's really for sale anymore, guys. Just your information's for sale. They just want your information. Like, yeah, where are you? What's your zip code? Who are you? What's your mother's maiden name? What's your bank account number? What's your routing number? Yep, get a quote. Yeah, you can't even find shipping containers without like having to give in a bunch of your information. 4,200. That's actually just the roof that goes in between the two. Hot Springs 20-foot studio shipping container with deck, $30,000. Off grid dwellings. Kind of interesting. Cuyahoga Valley 3-bedroom shipping container home with deck for an off-grid dwelling. You get free delivery, babe. This one's $90,000. Mesa Verde 2-bedroom shipping container home with deck, $80,000. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, you really start to get into this like weird area of buying something that isn't the thing that you want. And then converting it into something, which is like, you might as well just buy. The Oh, there's a fly in here. We had the doors open because somebody farted real bad, and it smelled like farts. And a fly came in. A fly came to visit. Yeah. What am I doing? This is supposed to be up here. Okay. Let's fix my screen here. Mirror. Yeah, hardly any sites have prices. Yeah, I mean that's really the issue. Is like you're just trying to find out what's the cost on something, and they're like, we'll send you a bid as long as you send us your mother's maiden name and all this wacky information, and then they'll just resell it to getting these. I've been getting these wacky phone calls lately from people that want charitable donation, and they all are operating off of the same script. They go, hey, we're gonna send you a pre-stamped self-addressed envelope, blah blah blah, and they go this thing, and they're like, it's to support legislators and blah blah blah. And one of them was for police officers, which of course on Memorial Day, that's the one that they're using, and then the other day it was breast cancer charity. And then, I don't know, I keep getting them. There's a whole bunch of different ones of these. But the funny thing is I've figured out they're kryptonite. They say that they need charitable donations to support legislation and legislators to do whatever charity thing that you're supposedly donating to. And so I'm just like, okay, what legislators does this support? And they go, well, we'd like to give you a good, we'd like to make sure that we don't say the wrong one. So can you check out this website? And it's like, no, I can't check out that website. Which legislators do you support with this money? And then they just hang up. They hang up, which is interesting because they're like, we don't want to tell you because they're not really associated with anybody. Because if they said, I don't know, try to pick legislator. Let's see if we can find one. Oops, I need to I maximized that screen. I want it half screen. There we go. This one and that one. Oops, now I lost my chat. I need my chat. And then what's the other window I need? Discord, in case anybody wants to call in. I gotta have Discord open. Nobody's called in though. But I am in the green room in case anyone wants to call in. Call in if you like. Ask me a dumb question. Ask me a not dumb question. I don't know. Ask me whatever. I don't mind. Okay, we'll move that over there. Let's pick a legislator in Washington. Let's see. Let's pick one at random. Scrolling. District 27, Jake Fay is the first one I saw. So let's say that they were supporting Jake Fay in District 27 in the Washington House of Representatives. And I sent them money, right? And then I said, well, I could follow up with that legislator and be like, hey, are you associated with this charity thing that's calling me and asking me for money? And they could easily go, no, I don't know what that is. And then with the power of the government, launch a investigation, right? So it turns out that like this stupid phishing scam that these guys are doing is easily thwarted by their own statement, to just go like, hey, who's that? Big D Smoke says, I've got too used to having no mortgage payment the last 5 years to go back. Yeah, I can respect that. But then again, you own your house cash, or you own your house outright. So it is an opportunity that you could probably liquidate that or do something else. You've got options is what I'm saying. Aubrey says, or the price is comparable to just buying a house. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, the advantage of buying a prefab or something, like that would be, obviously like cost, and of course like turnaround time, like is supposed to be faster, that kind of stuff. And the issue is they won't even tell you a price, so you can't even figure out a budget or anything like that. And the reality is like, hey man, if I had $120,000 cash or whatever, I probably would just put it down on another house, right? And just buy a house. Rosie's here. What's up? Oh, Mikey. Mikey showed up. Did everybody hit the like button today? We have like such a small crowd here today. We haven't gotten the gifted subs option yet. We don't have that. We don't have enough members, I don't think. I don't think we have enough members on the channel to get gifted subs, so we don't have that option yet. But I've been seeing it show up. First place I saw it show up was Aquarium Co-op, and then I saw it on a different stream the other day. It was like, oh, other people are getting it. Okay. So at some point in time, they're probably going to integrate that, but we don't have that feature yet. Mikey hasn't been to a live stream in forever, babe.
Uh-oh.
What are we going to do? Did I say hi to Rosie? Well, hi, Rosie. Did I forget?
I heard you say Rosie.
All right. Well, I'm saying hi again. But yeah, where's Mikey been? Where have you been? Why haven't you been to a live stream in like forever? I haven't really done that many live streams in a while. We took like 3 weeks off. 3 weeks, man. That's a long time for me. But yeah, S says keep the electric on the ceiling. Now I've been thinking about that, and like, I don't think that there's. I can't think of any like real. I can't think of any like real advantage to that. I definitely have a lot of different things that I want to do with the electric this time around. Different than we did last time. And hopefully, I remember last time we were on such a time crunch. We were on a super time crunch to get it done. Remember that? Like the fish room done and all the other stuff too. Yeah, we didn't have a place to put anything, and right now my tanks don't have anything in them, so it's sort of like.
We don't have any livestock.
We don't have any livestock this time.
Although, yeah, which is probably a better move because remember how many things crashed?
We had a lot of things die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mass losses.
We had mass losses with our ghetto setup in the basement. It didn't work well.
Chemical fry.
Mm-hmm. Issues. We had issues. We didn't have the greatest setup to move.
I'm still sad about it.
Yep. Big D Smoke says, as much as my house goes up every year, I wish I would have bought the house across the street. It's been bought and flipped 3 times in the last 10 years. That's wild. Is the house across the street like really nice or something? Why has it been flipped 3 times in 10 years? It's very weird. I'm guessing that every time it gets flipped, it's like a worse and worse company or something. Like they do a worse job than the one before. I don't know. Oh my God, I just bumped the desk. It's not an earthquake. I just smashed my knee right into the metal down there. And the last 2 owners didn't do nothing much at all, just sold it a few later. Oh, okay. So it wasn't flipped. They just sold it. Okay. So if a flip would imply that you've done improvements to the property, like remodeling and bathrooms and paint and blah, 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 and that kind of stuff. But yeah, they're just reselling it. Yeah, and I think that's also the area down there, down in Tacoma. Big military installation down there. Families coming in and out because of that, multiple reasons, but I think that's probably one of the big contributors down there to houses turning over quickly as far as ownership goes. Oh, okay. So the original owner did a good amount. All right. Kyle Friend is here saying, love your vids and music. Just plumbed my first 75 gallon. Thanks in large part to your videos. Thank you and keep up the great work. Oh, well, thanks, Kyle. Thanks for watching and showing up. Yeah, I do have more comprehensive series is planned out coming up in the future to help out with video content of that stuff. Right now, I'm just full on in construction and moving mode, so we'll move on from the moving mode here at some point, and then just keep doing construction. What's that?
Soon.
Vicky says soon, which I'm thinking she's probably any of the boxes of stuff that I haven't unpacked. She's probably just gonna push out into the street with a free sign on them. I'm gonna guess. Oh, fire sale.
Something.
Well, yeah, just be fire for sale, right? But yeah, we'll definitely be doing some more comprehensive videos up here in the future. So try and get some more detailed content for you guys. I've definitely been working on that. I started working yesterday on going back to work on some of the Peru videos from all of the content that we filmed down in Peru this last summer. And I still don't have like a really comprehensive sort of story arc to the Peru videos. And I think a big part of that is like I didn't really know what I wanted to or what I needed to be filming while I was while we were out there, you know. I mean, a lot of what we filmed is just trying to catch fish. Well, catching fish and trying to catch the specific fishes, right? And because I'll admit, because the Amazon is just so cloudy and muddy and everything that like you don't really have an idea what you're going to catch. You know, you sort of the guys sort of speculate on what they got going on, and it's just like fish coming out of chocolate milk. Oh my God, there's a baby in the background. There's a baby.
Touching lights.
She's touching lights. She's attacking. She's tiny. Hey, tiny bear. What are you doing? Are you trying to steal my light? That's my light. Don't steal it.
I want to make it around.
No. What do you have on your face right here on your chin? What is that?
Marker, maybe?
It's red.
Marker. His marker.
There's a sneaky little tiny person behind me right now. She's trying to attack the light in the background. Oh, there she goes. She's going to investigate. But yeah, we got a lot of the moving was done weeks ago. Now we're just unpacking. So it's, you know, we have a lot of stuff. So, you know, just on Saturday, I finally got the big TV mounted up on the wall. That's all done. We got shelves over there mounted. We got it's just a bunch of stuff like that where you go like, oh, we don't have any coat hangers. Okay, well, let's get those all lined out and get those mounted to the wall properly. And then, oh, this door is weird. Let's fix that door. And then, oh, let's put these other hangers and put the bed frames and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just a ton of stuff. And, you know, you realize, like, as you organize things over the years, you like, make improvements to where wires go and all that kind of stuff. And then you realize, like, oh, we're in a new place. And that's all been taken apart. And I got to put it all back together. And it's all dusty now from moving it. So it's just a cluster of that, you know. It does have a decent garage with a mother-in-law apartment above it. That is nice. That really is like, it's a crazy feature that I think it's overlooked by people that have like had a mother-in-law apartment for a long time. But that is a gigantic improvement to a property. If you can pull that off, that's huge. Huge. ADUs are big, you know. We only have 23 likes. Right? Is that enough likes? What do you got? Oh, you coming up?
I got paper.
You guys lucked out. You guys got lucky on Memorial Day.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. What are you going to tell him?
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him something that I found in the beach.
Oh, we lost our camera focus. There we go. You're going to tell him about your what?
I'm gonna tell him something from the beach.
From the beats?
No, the beach. The beach.
The beats?
No, the beach.
The beach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I found sea glass at the beach.
Oh. Sea glass.
I found sea glass at the beach.
Oh, you did? What color was it?
There was blue, green, and brown, and white.
And white. Uh-oh.
And there was sea glass at the beach too.
Oh.
Tell him.
Amazing.
Tell him at the beach.
Tell him at the beach?
Tell him from the beach. Tell him about the beach.
About the beach. Oh, well, we were down at the beach, and there was sea glass everywhere. What color was it? Purple? Blue? Green? White? Clear?
Oops.
Brown? What'd you get on my ear? Marker? Okay. Well, hey, why don't you hop down and go see what Mom's doing? 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, hey, you know, sometimes the bear eats you, and sometimes you eat the bear, right? That's the. Oh yeah, her washing machine and dryer. Yeah, she has a washing machine and dryer for practicing for the future. When she's a big adult, she'll have been prepared for washing and drying in the background there. Yeah, we went to the beach and she found sea glass, which was, by the way, like, oh my God, the most exciting thing ever. So it's like finding treasures. You know what I mean? Treasures. My mother-in-law apartment is the house next door. Oh, so you guys have just like 2 properties right next to each other? That's pretty wild. Yeah. Well, I guess that's our, I don't know. I guess that's our content for today. Who all was here and left? I feel like Zip Gun was here and left. I haven't heard from anybody else. We did get some super chats from Will and the Fish Tank Barn. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, it's Memorial Day, so I might as well go in memoriam, hang out with my daughter, since she is apparently done watching TV. She was watching TV, and now she's not. She was coloring. She has marker all over her face, so that's cool. All right, what are you doing, Bear?
Water painting.
Oh, water painting. Okay. All right. Well, happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. We'll check you later. All right.